I am proud of myself. I bike commuted to work every day this week.
Nice.
That means you missed the whole car driving on the light rail line thing, didn't you?
I guess so. I don't know what's going.
I think that might have happened on the weekend.
Oh, was it the weekend? I thought it was like
Let me look
midweek.
up. Let me look up.
yeah, to
Seattle
fill in-
light rail car on tracks.
Basically, a lady just blindly followed GPS and went up the light rail ramp when it, went to ground level and went all the way to a station.
Oh, fun.
It's on Tuesday night, huh? Okay. I thought it was earlier in the week than that, but yeah, I did see that, and I was like, it was in the evening though, so that's probably why you missed it. But yeah, a lady just randomly drives her SUV up on the light rail and stops transit for everyone.
Fun.
It's like when the road turns to just rail, I think it's time to just, back up.
They really need to, I guess, put a gate on that entrance then.
The train
Speaking
get in.
as a Torontonian, the gates don't work. The cars plow through the gates.
Bollards.
She
then.
claims that the GPS led her there.
If gates don't work, get bollards.
Yeah, it adds way too much time to retract and all that stuff. Not to mention, we get ice and snow here, so they don't really work that well in winter.
I'd like to inform you that this cat is being incredibly cute.
Yay and or boo?
We'll go with yay. Even though she's also now just stretching right in front of the monitor.
Yes, part of the reason why my trip today took so long was because I had to go through the area where they are building the SkyTrain extension, and it's a disaster.
Oof, hope it doesn't turn out like Eglinton.
No, it's gonna be great.
No, I mean like the process.
I missed who wasn't ready. Someone wasn't ready.
No. So, getting it, Rika wasn't ready. Getting it started has taken like 2 decades, but now that they're actually building it, it's going really fast. It'll be on time for like the original amount of time. It's just like a decade later than it was supposed to be. But they didn't like break ground until.
Honestly, that's fine. It's the worst thing for building transit, as a pseudo-city planner that never got into the business, is scope creep. You need to set your scope and then block everyone else and their moms from adding more to it. That's all there is to it for it to be on budget and on time.
No, scope was fine. The big problem was no one wanted to fund it, and then everyone knew it was coming, so a whole bunch of speculators grabbed land along the route.
That's about
Capitalism.
Pop over here.
Looking at the walls around me closing in, I think what's it gonna be? Never had a choice, never let the odds win.
The cheat sheet on the raid plan is a lot.
Light it up. Everything
Someone like
what?
did this mess. The raid plan is the last thing linked in the guide for this fight. On the last page, page 40, they have the cheat sheet, and it's
Yeah, we were laughing about it earlier last week.
this is not a cheat sheet. This is a very complicated map.
No, it is a cheat sheet. It's a university level cheat sheet where you stuff the entire textbook in like 2 sheets of paper.
And you're really just using it to make sure that actually, yes, you do have that formula right. You did remember exactly what that's for what.
Pretty much. No, it's not. You need to find stuff that's relevant to you that you need and then snip it out and make your own.
I am relying so heavily on Axe this fight that it's a little shameful, but I mean, my brain is not wired for this. But also, I'm not about to quit and let all of you down, so we're making it work. Speaking of making it work, ooh. At least in some better news, I woke up today actually feeling awake for the first time in probably at least 2 or 3 weeks, so that was nice. And just put my dishwasher away. It's just to put my feelings for this night.
I'll talk about politics. Let's lead up to Bryce.
Did you see that Square took away our Primatoes?
Or what now?
There were triangular tomatoes in the Final Fantasy VII trailer, and the new build that they showed got rid of them. I'm laughing because of the crystal grapes that they fixed in Final Fantasy XIV.
I get that. I'm just trying to figure out what you mean by triangular tomatoes, because I've never heard of that before.
Oh, different game trailer.
Bones are shaking out my skin, I got tingling in my hands, moving like a lightning strike. I'm on tonight, so just catch me if you can. Never had a choice, never let the ops win. Calm them nerves.
I just put it in the pictures channel.
Oh, okay. The FF7 Rebirth. Okay, you should have clarified that.
Yeah.
FF7 Rebirth.
You said that.
No, you didn't. You said FF7, and the only FF7 thing I have on my mind right now is Revelation. So
That's right.
sorry, I can't stop thinking about Final Fantasy VII.
Not here to make friends.
It might find to be a fun game.
I love it this tense. Who am I taking out thinking you're next?
Okay, let's do the thing. Don't die.
The president must pay for his crimes. Give him what for, champion? His arm has a life of its own! Is this the power of the mythical Linwork? Oh no! The ball has glanced onto the champion! Don't tell him!
Bravo.
His arm is swallowed out! Oh, that's disgusting! Watch out! That is one cruel coil!
Oh, sit down.
That's what I was trying to ask about.
Yeah, I didn't.
Sorry, I
I
was
used to do
kind of
that.
looking where I needed to be at the same time, and I could not like order at the same time.
I was. Sorry about that.
It's okay.
No, the tower.
No, the tower is what I was worried about, not the timer.
Oh.
If you're alpha and you don't see which blob drops in which order,
Yes, I know. That's what I'm saying.
yeah, that, I was right. I was pointing to Max.
Bones are shaking out my skin. I got tingling in my
That's not now
hands.
the score
Moving like a lightning strike. I'm on tonight, so just catch me if you can.
Yeah, I didn't realize you were asking towers. I would have went to yours instead, but yeah, I was over there.
You did it right, I did it wrong.
You can. I think you could go to defense at the time. You're fairly tight on which towers.
No, I'll die, but that tower will be taken.
The president must pay for his crimes! Give him what for, champion! they recover from this?
Oh, Rock get hit?
Rock was too
What
close
fighting
behind
spirit?
the guy when we had the double
Oh,
fight.
okay.
I got a lot of junk in my trunk, and when it's me and Ren, I have to stay very far away from her.
Pounding out my chest, the blood boils inside of me. Looking at the walls around me, closing in. I think
Rock weapon the splash zone.
never had a choice. Never let the ops win. Calm and nerves, got the whole world watching. Ready, set, go, and there ain't no stopping. Got one option, light it up.
The president must pay for his crimes. Give him what for, champion. His arm has a life of its own. Is this the power of the mythical ringworm? Oh no! The gore has lashed onto the champion! Don't panic!
Bravo.
His arm is slithering out! Oh, that's disgusting! Watch out! That is one cruel coil. Once again, they slip beyond their opponent's reach.
Spread.
Oh dear me, the ring's in pieces. Oh no, they've been felled with a vengeance. The president must pay for his crimes. Give him once more, champion. Is this the power of the mythical in one? Oh no! The gore has latched onto the champion! Don't panic! His arm is snapping out! Oh, that's disgusting! Watch out! That is one cruel coil! Once again, they slip beyond their opponent's reach.
Fred.
Bones are shaking out my skin.
Oh dear me, the room's in pieces.
Spread 4. Knockback 1.
What that? Could the Lindworm's regeneration be out of control?
Left to right. Spread 4. Knockback 4.
His power continues to run amok. Again and again, he remakes his arms. Yes, he's got the 7 on the back tail. Press the advantage and finish it. The battle is decided! Victory goes to the champion! Huh? Is it the Lindworm's heart? It's pulsating. I've got a bad feeling about this. It's contorting, transforming. Snake's alive! It's the birth of a new Lindworm! Alas, the battle isn't over yet. But don't despair, champion! The Lindworm is creating more of itself! What fighting spirit! Some curious props have appeared. What could they possibly be? Again, they've taken on the champion's ball! This bodes ill!
I just, yeah.
Ren is mad at me for using that phone call. I mean, I didn't die. I did all my mechanics perfectly, so.
Yeah, but some of us don't know what we're doing, and Remarks. Thank you.
Alas, the battle isn't over yet. But don't despair, champion. Curious props have appeared. What could they possibly be? Again, they've taken on the champion's form! This bodes ill! I've got a serious case of deja vu here.
too far east. Or south. Yeah.
The mutation is corrupting the champion. Oh, let's hope they keep it together.
You are the cone hunter, right?
Might have been around, maybe?
You need to be right on the planes, like right, left, and right.
Yeah, you can't be like...
Not according to the boss though, the boss might be tilted.
Well, no, I think where you like to be. No, basically, like, everyone else is on the ring, but, like, the near far people are, like, a little bit inside and a little bit outside.
Yeah, that's what I was. Just looking at your share stack.
And you are topped off.
No,
what does it say?
Max got double tapped by Timeless Spite, and then Hemorrhagic Projection gave him 5 million point damage.
Hemorrhagic protection probably didn't help.
Yeah, and I don't know what Timeless Spite is, so where you got double tapped, had Magic Bone up, and then got murdered.
A timeless spike is probably near far.
If you got hit by the cone, that means you're slightly out of position, maybe?
That's when the cones go off at the same time.
Yeah.
Did you die when the cones went off?
Yeah, hold on. Hemorrhagic Projection is the cone. That is what killed Max. He got hit by the cone. I cannot say if the cone was facing the wrong way or if he was in front of the cone. Don't know. Wasn't looking. But the cone is looking.
We're talking about the big cone here, right? You were in place for near far,
Yeah, it was the cone AoE shooting out of players tethered to clone cone. That's what killed him. Hemorrhagic Progression, 5 million damage.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, like, what is the actual, like, appearance of those cones? And we're, like, very clear on where you're really supposed to be standing there.
So what's the question?
How big are those cones that are coming from Charlie and Alpha?
They're like, you cannot be, they cross through the 4. They're massive. You need to basically be in line with the clone.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter, let's keep going.
Alas, the battle isn't over yet. But don't despair, champion. What could they possibly be? Again, they've taken on the champion's form! This bodes ill! And they're down. Can they recover from this?
Left Deathline was relative northwest.
So basically, the first
Yeah,
Okay.
like between 2 and 4.
Was it like a curse pattern situation, or just?
I could only see one, and then I could see Eureka clearly headed, and so I was supposed to be wrong, but then I couldn't find the other one.
Probably just a weirdness.
The last place you look, and it happens.
Alas, the battle isn't over yet. But don't despair, champion! And they're back in action! I'm gonna turn the tide! Some curious thoughts have appeared. What could they possibly be? Again, they've taken on the champion's form! This bodes ill! And they're down! Can they recover from this? Shut up! What fighting spirit! I've got a serious case of deja vu now. mutation is corrupting the champion. Oh, let's hope they keep it together. Something's coming. Stay on your toes.
Green head. Delta?
Bravo to
Bravo's
C.
out. Big hit.
Oh no, they've been felled with a vengeance.
Bigger hit.
Whoa, what is this thing? Did the little one walk
should I
the very
say
fabric of
Bravo
space
this
and
one?
time?
Well, I also didn't know my
I don't know if my paddle would have been up with that.
So
Is this another dimension? I must confess, I'm utterly bewildered.
Where's that red?
Shadow Vigil and Ablation were not enough for the exploding body.
Basically, you kind of roll like an ATM probably.
Yeah, I just didn't have any mana left over that.
You have Dark Mind at that point?
Probably, but that was just another button I didn't think would take some time.
In fairness, the guide's just like easier, short, spend your 40%.
Alas, the battle isn't over yet. But don't despair, champion.
That's me. It's like,
I don't think I need to stay. Well, the problem is that I don't have any mitigation left for the next one. Technically, yeah, so it's left to be run through as well.
curious thoughts have appeared. What could they possibly be? Again, they've taken on the champion form! This bodes ill!
Worst case stacks.
Yes, it was.
Also, worst case, Proteans.
Armor down! Can they recover from this?
Both cones were side by side, and you both were trying to get the same cone. Whoever was at 3 needed to scooch over and grab the cone between 3 and 4. Cones and stacks were worst case scenario. Yeah, it was like literally worst case scenario.
But the only
For everyone.
silver lining for me was because it was already the right one. I just had to not run anyone over with it. Check this.
Alas, the battle isn't over yet. But don't despair, champion! The Lindworm is creating more of itself! And they're back in action! Can they turn the tide? Some curious props have appeared. What could they possibly be? Again, they've taken on the champion's form! This bodes ill! Thunder down! Can they recover from this?
So Rock definitely
Who
told us.
knew they'd been felled with a vengeance?
Like,
I just drop all of my
Rather-
GPUs there. It's not worth it.
rather than putting yourself, like, into the boss where you, like, almost you can, like, put a little download off the point up.
Go here, and then you should be able to look straight at the boss. Like if you're healing, then, you know,
Yeah.
like on the flat side, look at D and exit, and don't move until the cones go up.
Pretty sure I could just go in the shower.
Alas, the battle isn't over
We need a
yet.
freaking boy.
But
Just
don't
sitting under the
despair,
water.
champion. The Lindworm is creating more of itself!
I'm pretty sure I'm correct, so I killed a lot of dying.
And they're back in action! Can they turn the tide?
You died to Otto's Ren. Rika just wasn't topped up and
No, we got dark in the middle. We keep getting dark when we're supposed to get the fire in the center.
And definitely,
doesn't
like,
show that.
standing closer to the clone that I'm supposed to be. Like, I'm pretty confident I was right there.
Yes, you were
And
right.
that seems to have happened every time that we've been in mid. We keep getting hit by something else as well.
all the darks need to make sure they know where they're standing then.
Yep, are you getting an inner dark or an outer dark? Do you know that?
We
No.
don't know.
I mean, I would assume it would be an inner because we're inner, and it'd be really weird if one of the outside ones
No.
comes all the way over to us.
No, it's actually the outside dark is the one you are most likely to hit. Because,
Should we be dead center or should, in that case?
no, you should be slightly closer to your fire
Yeah, I've
guy.
been slightly closer to the fire, and I'm pretty confident that I was correct about which one was the fire that time, and we still got
No, you were correct.
So I don't know. But that's happened a few times now, and I have no idea what is going on.
The battle isn't over yet. But don't despair, champion. Some furious trolls have appeared. What could they possibly be? Again! They've taken on the champion's form! This bodes ill! I've got a serious case of deja vu here. The mutation is corrupting the champion. Oh, let's hope they keep it together. Something's coming! Stay on your toes!
I murdered that.
Take too long?
No, I went through it, and I just like fucking phased through it.
Who knew this thing fell with a vengeance?
Yeah, they're not like really there until the balloons
I thought you got hit by
On their down, can they recover from it?
I don't know why.
I think it is break time. Everyone like jumped a few times so we can go look and figure out what's going on.
So, Bloody Burst is the thing that happens when you run into them.
Okay, cool.
But you got
wait
hit by
for them to come to
unmitigated. You also got hit by unmitigated explosion, which means that someone who was an A took damage and exploded.
That might have been a tank then?
Nope, because the tank was me and I was Bravo and I had hate. And Ren was A and did not have hate, so she did not get hit.
Alpha did not get permanent powder. Well, I didn't see an alpha with this rare. I think you did, Kato, because we all had alphas after we died.
Well, once the alpha timer ends, it switches to phases.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. We had betas before, and then so we switched to alpha after that. So every time we had alpha, we should have had alphas. So it all the three of the dead people were alphas. So I don't think it was a case of a alpha joining the beta for some reason. I'll be right back. 1 second.
Pretty good. He does not like getting his head all the way under the water. The good news is we don't actually have a water bill. We are on non-metered water, and we just pay once a year for like having water. I had literally never heard of this until we were here. We also don't have municipal garbage collection, so like it's all weird. I mean, we kind of pay for our water, like we pay a once a year flat rate that like everyone in this area pays. We have a tankless hot water system. And that uses some electricity, but... Oh, that's gas. Yes, yeah. Our gas bill is pretty tiny at this time of year. Our electrical bill is a little ridiculous, but our gas bill is nothing, and then it puts in winter. waters, I need it if it's like 24 and up. And that is an unfortunate around here these days. Anyway, the tankless hot water system, we had one on our old house, and it was the best thing ever, so we got one on this house too, because the old hot water tanker was like a serious hazard. It needed replacing anyway, so... Also, calling it an instant hot water system is a serious misnomer, because it takes several minutes to actually warm up properly. But then again, once it warms up, then you have hot water forever.
Out of the bathroom.
Probably.
Haven't counted them today.
Dangerous.
I'm not gonna lie, I would risk a lot for our calendar.
I mean, I can't judge. I'll have a incentive, even though I know I can go and have it later. Yeah, I mean, if it's just a boring one, I'm not gonna risk it, but if it's like the fancy one that's been used more and stuff, then yes.
I hope now it's moving and can come back in the next minute.
I don't think he set up his jumper thing again.
Well, we're gonna find out in the next minute.
There's a Dutch mechanical coast that has a pancake with holidays on it. That's my usual go-to there.
Now come back. There he is. Come back. Okay.
Please give me a second or two. I have to finish this that obstacle, I believe.
So I'm going to jump first.
There's a Dutch in Edmonton.
Oh, what?
The Dutch Panacook House.
Oh, yes,
It is the only one outside of the lower mainland of BC. The Dutch, their specialty. It's Dutch.
They're Dutch.
The Dutch. A panacook is like a giant plate-sized pancake that's like a little thicker than a crepe, and they just put random shit on it. And so it's just like there's like sweet ones and stuff. So it's like imagine like the sort of thing you would get in like a crepe, except that it's like flat because it's a pancake. And so there's like I usually get the farmer's one that has like sausage and egg and whatever. And Ren gets the hollandaise one.
I've been there once.
I mean, it's the closest pancake place to our. It's the closest like not fancy breakfast, like family breakfast spot near our house. So we go there every couple months. IHOP is a couple towns away, and the place that's actually close is like a fancy bistro thing, and it's good, but it's not like
Sort of
all IHOP trash.
It's called Park Gardens.
Almost done start.
The stories. Oh, hello, Dixie. Like, you bad enough to die, but like that week.
Maybe. I would try that. There's a place where I work, a pizza place that does those little pizzas, and those are amazing. I kind of miss Wimpy's actually. Those Wimpy's near the elementary school that I went to, and we used to go there at lunches sometimes.
Right, this is all sim. Let's just kill the boss.
But is Rika ready?
Yeah.
With you.
Okay.
Clean feet, do the mechanics, back to I don't like it.
I think this cheat sheet is actually more confusing than just not looking at anything.
Alas, the battle isn't over yet. But don't despair, champion. The Limworm is creating more of itself! And they're back in action! Can they turn the tide? Some curious thoughts have appeared. What could they possibly be? been felled with a vengeance.
No, you went to the right spot, Ren. You're to C, where you were the devil. Ren was in the right spot.
I thought I was in the wrong spot, and then I realized actually I was in the right spot.
Ren had to go all the way around.
Remember that code.
Hey.
He is trying to do that.
Alas, the battle isn't over yet. But don't despair, champion. The Limrod's creating more of itself.
Thanks for
Some curious props have appeared. What could they possibly be? Again, they've taken on the champion's form. This bodes ill. And they're down. Can they recover from this? I've got a serious case of deja vu here.
It's weird. Stack comes first and then like they're gonna come out of gay.
Alas, the battle isn't over yet. But don't despair, champion. The little one is creating more of itself.
Find your boat.
Some curious thoughts have appeared. What could they possibly be? Again, they've taken on the champion's form. This bodes ill.
What? You're far?
I've got a serious case of deja vu here. The mutation is corrupting the champion. Oh, let's hope they keep it together. Something's coming. Stay on your toes.
Delta side.
You know what I think just happened? I think we took the explosion before our research after we got swapped.
Were you guys still in?
Here, they're up. What fighting
Bravo's
spirit?
out.
One thing you need to do is to let the whatever it is come towards you. If you stay in there, they'll pop immediately, and on the leave, they'll pop again. So
I'm
Well, no.
Can they recover from this?
No, I'm saying I think it's swapped before it popped at all.
it walk before it pops.
Yeah.
Who knew they'd been
The
found
timer
with a
shouldn't. The
vengeance?
timer doesn't change unless you guys are doing it really late or something.
I think we were.
Oh wow.
Like I think I saw it swap before with the orb.
Okay, 1 second, sorry.
Okay, but like
Well, cool potential to this time. That's what I've heard it described as. It let them walk come. We'll see.
Same as before. You get an unmitigated explosion and a bloody burst back to back.
I think the unmitigated explosion then because we're pumping the A right before it happens.
I don't think that should happen. But anyways, I can't pay attention to you. I'm only paying attention to me. But the people who get Bravo need to go pop the first thing. So yes, you guys are getting unmitigated explosion and bloody burst back at the same time.
The image goes in like they're taking it way further out. Like I think we're waiting too long to take it.
I take mine as soon as it starts moving.
Yeah, we're not taking it as soon as it starts moving. We're waiting for it.
No, we're not. We're.
Well, I mean, just.
It starts moving.
I mean, honestly, let's just look at the timer. Make sure that you look at your timer's countdown, and make sure you hit it before you switch before it counts down to 0. That's all it is. Just make sure to look at your timer and make sure you pop it before it counts down. The other thing that it could be is that someone is dying to bloody burst, and then you're all taking unmitigated at the same time because that person died. Although I don't see that, so I don't know. Just look at your timer countdown, I guess.
Try it again and maybe try to figure what's happening.
Yeah.
So I'm focused on what I'm doing, and right now I have
get
to
it.
like.
No, I'm trying to solve it for us, and I'm pretty sure I saw a swap there or something. Like I'm pretty sure I heard a debug sound right before the thing. But
So try to keep an eye on the time.
Alas, the battle isn't over yet. But don't despair, champion. have appeared. What could they possibly be? Again, they've taken on the champion's form! This bodes ill! I've got a serious case of deja vu here.
It's really delayed. You gotta wait.
The mutation is corrupting the champion. Oh, let's hope they keep it together. Something's coming. Stay on your toes.
Ash is right. This flip is very close. We're going to Delta first. Up to Black Hole. Bravo under.
And they're down. Can they recover from this?
Spicy.
And they're back in action. Can they turn the tide? Oh no, they've been felled with a vengeance. Whoa, what is this thing? Did the lindworm warp the very fabric of space and time?
And your bump?
Is this enough to mention? I must confess, I'm utterly bewildered.
South and sides later. Go to your quadrant.
One of you has to take this one.
Okay, well, someone stole mine.
Yeah.
South and sides.
We were everyone on that from down.
What destructiveness! The ring has been rent in two!
I'm gonna take a photo of part of the matters for that. Correct. Action points. Ones that are the
We appear to have completely left the realm of logic behind.
the other one. Right.
Actual numbers is
Yes, I was Delta there. I was exactly a Delta, so I was going to be taking the. I was about third row, so there I was in third quadrant.
Yeah, you were in fourth quadrant. You were trying to go towards fourth quadrant.
Yeah,
Okay.
Delta is 4.
It's a bit strange. But
Because the quadrants start at like 1 is like north and slightly east, and then 2 is east and slightly south, and it's twisted.
Yeah.
This area here.
Okay. Sure thing. I misread the question.
That's why I've got that strategy board that I put up locked on my screen. That's what I'm looking at to figure out how I'm twisting.
It's the same kind of tilted way as it is with Replica.
That's the 6 circle one, right? So I'm just gonna leave it.
Yeah, it is
Already
the
have
6
it up?
circle one. And it's the 6 circle one, and it's circle 2 and 3 are where we were at. And then I died at circle 4. And then circle 5 is right after the meteor's resolve.
So I should have been down closer to Charlie now. Cool.
Right. There's a lot of ever so slightly twisting, like, the board to figure where it's supposed to be, and I don't love it.
So once the tether's locked there, we're supposed to go to the safe area for the clone, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
we'll be able to go.
And then
Yes, that
sprint
happens
back
right after.
again.
Alas, the battle isn't over yet. But don't despair, champion. The Lindworm is creating more of itself! They're up! What fighting spirit!
I appreciate that at least I know exactly what happened.
North is
Back in action!
Delta.
Can they turn the tide?
Find your flow.
Some curious props have appeared. What could they possibly be?
What would it be?
Again! They've taken on the champion's form! This bodes ill!
Just grab one check for that.
Thanks, Roth.
I've got a serious case of deja vu here.
I guess this is exactly what I'm supposed to do. I was so proud of myself for doing that.
The mutation is corrupting the champion. Oh, let's hope they keep it together. Something's coming. Stay on your toes.
Flurple. Also, definitely Ash is right, and they switch almost like 2 seconds after they start moving.
Yeah, I camped it and I popped it at least one so I could just send the last pull.
So yeah, you really gotta pop them real early.
I would even like to say camp it and then get out, unless you're casted and you can stay closer in. But whoever is like me or melees, pop it right away.
Yeah, I'm going to watch it start to move and then go intentionally running out.
I think even that's too late.
Yeah, you can't wait for it to start moving. You have to be there as it's going to start moving.
I just did it right now doing that. Like, I got it.
If you're standing right on the edge of it and it moves right into you, then it's fine.
I mean, if you can time it right, then it's fine. When it's that close.
I just need to remember to hit all the bullets. It's fine.
Alas, the battle isn't over yet. But don't despair, champion. The Lindworm is creating all of itself.
That's our pedigree.
They're back in action. Can they turn the tide?
Kill.
Yeah, that was perfect.
To be fair, we've gotten, like, whatever it's the spread it was south and west for the longest time. It was the only northeast one, so we got debated.
It's really way too much like the stupid Marvel Under Cup trick.
See, that one was fun. This one was, like, at least they can add some stripes on the leaves or something.
You get a little bit of a fire aura on some of them, a little bit of a dark aura on some of them.
Let's see.
Alas, the battle isn't over yet. But don't despair, champion.
get her fire.
Yeah, I fucked it up.
Who knew they'd been felled with a vengeance? Alas, the battle isn't over yet. But don't despair, champion!
This one so you don't forget.
The little one is creating more than itself! Some curious thoughts have appeared. What could they possibly be? Again, they've taken on the champion's form! This bodes ill! Who knew they'd been felled with a vengeance?
Now I was
What's
We
fighting
were
spirit?
missing one of the stuff.
That's what it killed me.
Well, we're still taking items, right?
I've got a serious case of
I was
deja
well last
vu.
year and dying.
Oh, I didn't realize everything happened. I find that if you have no tether, once you don't have a tether on you,